In this video, Tuck's off to the NEC Classic Motor Show in Birmingham, which is about 110 miles away. So, will she make it to Birmingham? And is my suitcase going to fit? Oh dear. Hey, right, we've got the engine running. My biggest issue is I still have no demisting, and I seem to have lost my demisting pad. You'll see it's rather cozy in here. I've just about got the suitcase in. Oh, she's in gear. I've got the dash cam, I've got wires for charging the phone as well. It's going to be a very interesting day, I think. Right, we shall begin the journey. Right then. So the mileage at the moment is 29,602, which is very easy to remember because 29 brake horsepower is what Ellie would have originally had from her 602cc engine. So I'm expecting to see that more like 29,710 or somewhere around there. Oh, bit of damp in the belts. We'll soon see if we can burn that off. But I have found my demisting pad, so hopefully I'll be able to see. I think it is due to be a bit drier once we get nearer Birmingham. So onwards. It's not the strongest of starts. Going very slowly up this hill. Come on, Tuck. It's going to take a long time at this speed. So the NEC Classic Motor Show is the largest indoor show in the UK. I think it's going to cover something like 1 million square feet or something ridiculous this year. Lots of car anniversaries to celebrate, 2CV being one of them, Jaguar XK, Jaguar XJ. So there'll certainly be lots for us to have a look at, and I'll do a separate post-show report on the show itself. This video will just be about the adventure. Doing 30 miles an hour at the moment. Have to put the wiper on. It's quite wet. I've just stopped for petrol and the pump didn't cut off, so it stinks of fuel now. The indicator stalk seems to have packed up. Oh, there we go. That's the right. The stalk, let me show you. The stalk is just wobbling around all over the place, and no matter what I do, it doesn't seem to work anymore. That may need investigation, because no indicators is not very useful. Alright, I think I may have got it. Ah, there we go. Panic over, journey recommencing. We're now trying to get up Clee Hill. It's slow going, doing 20 miles an hour. I've got a truck fairly near me behind me, but going about the same pace. Oh, we're below 20 now. This is a big hill. Heater's working quite well at the moment though. Oh, here we go, he eases out a bit. Oh, phew. Oh, we've made it to very scenic Clee Hill. We're about 500 meters up, and yeah, quite breathtaking views, and a lorry, a very noisy lorry. Right, we better continue Tuck downhill from here. Gosh, it's cold and windy and horrible. Oh, and a bit full in here of all the stuff. It's the mighty Dacia. I had to come back to visit Rich because I left my digital watch here when we were working on the Dacia. There's more exciting news to come. One of the people who follows the channel has donated us a Weber carburettor, which Rich is hoping to fit this afternoon. But unfortunately I've got to be in Birmingham, so I'm going to depart. Slightly scarily, we're at 29666. So there you go, that's 64 miles covered so far, but more miles to cover. So yeah, that is a very tasty Allegro just behind me, which is completely whited out now. Avocado P6. Yeah, this is quite good fun. There's old cars everywhere. Let's see if we can actually get inside the building. Always gets a bit tricky trying to get this many cars into one place. Well, apart from this sodding floppy indicator that sometimes works and sometimes doesn't, we've made it. And yeah, some interesting stuff, as hopefully the dashcam footage will show. I've got a Bentley Turbo R, Mercedes SL, a Panther DeVille, what looks like an Austin A40 Woody, that AC Cobra again, and trying to work out what's at the back. Is that a Lancia Flaminia or a Peugeot 404 Coupe? I think Peugeot 404 Coupe, which is nice. There's Hall 1. We are going in Hall 1, so see if we can find our way in. Well, we made it. Filthy little Tuk is here, and she's the first car here on the Classics World stand. All the magazines still need to arrive and be set up. We've got a screen that's going to be playing videos, including some of mine. The various excellent deals here. Here's all the classic car buyers that will be sold this weekend, some of which feature a certain Invacar. There will be a Mini here shortly, that'll be good, and a Subaru Impreza that some of you may recognise is also going to be here. And the bit I love most is we appear to be right opposite the Aston Martin works. So there you go, if you want extremes of the show, we've got the Aston Martin works, we've got the Maguire's showcase, we've got the Maserati club there. Is that Ghibli? I think so. And then we got this shabby old beast. I'll tell you what's amusing, it was just sitting over there. That's an old AC. So again, same company, same heritage as little Tuk the Invacar. So yeah, promises to be quite an interesting show. Right, the other cars are here. I may have to do my bit to try and help them get in. So we shall stop doing this for now, and we shall be very thankful that we have made it to the show. And look, she's covered in fingerprints and muck and filth from the journey, and that's just fine by me. I have no problem with that at all. Talk. Hey, there she goes. And there we go, after all that great noisy horn debacle in which I forgot to turn on the ignition of Talk, it's finished. The show is over for another year. And what a year it has been for this little car. She has been the centre of attention for 3 days solid. So much love for this little car. Yeah, now the announcements have stopped. It's been utterly remarkable. Oh, let's jump back in the car. It kind of highlights the benefit of this sound system, the sound insulation. It does absorb the noise quite well. Oh, shut up, woman. There are a lot of rules and regulations about what you can do. And one of those is not leaving now. But next I'm going to go to my Airbnb, and then tomorrow we will get on to the great journey home. So yeah, it's been great. Right then, she hasn't started for 3 days because she's been in here. So let's see if she'll play. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Oh no, I've buried my seatbelt under all this stuff. So much stuff in here. So sorry, Talk. You're going to have to say goodbye to the Aston Martin. Oh, I can't get my seatbelt on. Hey, there we go. Let there be lights. Oh, bungee cord, don't forget the bungee cord. And brake off. And here we go, we are leaving the NEC Classic Motor Show. All that gravel, all this carpet. I've never driven Talk on carpet before. That's John from BCC Brakes and Suspension. He's got to go all the way to Norwich, I think, and the company is based in Cornwall. I visited last week. Ah, dazzling. But yeah, that was the NEC Classic Motor Show. Now I'm going to have to make it back to my B&B. It's a beautiful morning here in Paradise at my favourite Airbnb with 2CV, but Tuck's all misted up, so I'm going to go and move her next to the 2CV so she can demist a bit, because I still have no demisting power. So we'll see if we can dry her out before we start the long journey home. My voice is again quite bassy. I wish I'd made a better note of the mileage when we stopped, but for fuel on the way here, but I think we've done about 150 miles and it's time to stop again, so we shall. It's getting quite mucky out today. Been following trucks like that one. Well, it's hard to be entirely sure because last time I filled it, the pump did overfill the tank somewhat, but we seem to have covered 154 miles on 17 litres of fuel, which came in at 44 mpg. That is a considerable improvement. rubbish for a 500cc engine, but yeah, I guess that shows you how much better the belt drive system is working. That's quite pleasing. Right, now on the road between Stratford and Worcester, and I can't really shout anymore because my voice isn't up to it, so let's just carry on. Come on, Tuck, get me home. Well, that was nice. Those two gents you can just about see walking away just came for a chat about Tuck. Why have I zoomed in? There we go, that's rather better. As you can see though, the windscreen is filthy and the screen wash seems to have stopped working, so that counts as a critical error. I mean, there can't be a lot to go wrong. We've got the bottle down here, yeah, plenty of water in it, so whether the pump has packed up or this has got clogged up, I don't know. Or maybe the rubber's just not working, it's not doing what it should, but all seems okay. Let's leave the cap off and give it a good pump and see if we can get it working again. Yeah, no. Oh, I can see the water trying. You see the water trying to work its way up. I fear something has gone a bit wrong in the pump itself, which is a bit annoying. Is it going to do it? I don't think it is. I don't think it's going to work. Right, in that case, plan B. Always carry a squeezy bottle with you. You can pass an MOT with this because it is a method of cleaning the windscreen, or at least I know people who have. Maybe they shouldn't, but let's get the ignition on first of all. Oh, where's the key gone? There we go. Right, key in ignition, ignition on, squirty squirty. Oh, that wasn't very efficient, was it? And at least I've got some way of washing the windscreen. I can't really do that on the move. I mean, trying to pump this is hard work enough, but yeah, I think I need a new pump. That's a bit sad. Right, a bit of an unexpected rather stop on the way back. I stopped at Holden Vintage and Classic near Bromyard. Organisers of the Bromyard Speed Festival, which is going to take place in April next year. Had discussions about whether a certain freewheeler might be there, because I'm still having problems with the indicator stalk, and I've noticed I've got it in on a wonk now, but it keeps coming off. There's a spline shaft on the stalk and it just keeps coming loose. We did investigate whether they stocked the right one, and they don't. It's interesting to ponder where this stalk might actually come from, but I had it apart. I pushed the shaft in extra hard, not quite in the right place, so it's now a bit wonky, but we'll see how that goes. But it's been very interesting to do the work next to an X-Works Sunbeam Tiger. This is a car that has competed on the Monte Carlo and other rallies. Jeremy Holden is the owner of Holden, I think, or the MD, and there you go. That's a genuine works Tiger. He said I can have a look around, and there's an info board all about it, which you can pause and have a read of. But yeah, not something you see every day, is it? And of course, Holden also sell brand new Morgans these days. That's not a brand new one on an end plate, that'll be a 90s one. But yeah, we shall continue the journey. Still probably, I don't know, 70 or 80 miles to go. Look at all this weight that poor Tuck is having to carry. Oh, now the doors won't shut. I love old cars, I really do. I'm probably going to have to adjust that lock again just to get the door shut. Ugh. My bungee cord is rattling and making a horrible noise. I can't find a good way of stopping it. Maybe I should sacrifice a sock. Slow down and see what noises we get. Oh yeah. Mild squeal. nowhere near as bad as the last big trip she did, thankfully.
So we're here in the historic village of Pembridge. We're 14th century inn and an Invercar. And lots of big truck traffic and wind, and I can't find my bloody microphone, which is very irritating. That's a 15th century market hall in the background there. Shame they don't make everyone park somewhere else really, but trucks running quite nicely. And I want to be home, so let's crack on. So it's 29,602 when we left home, now 29,820. Still some way to go.
Pembridge really is a very old village, which I quite like. Some very, very old houses, all lopsided. No idea what a right angle was back in the 14th century. National speed limit ahoy!
Oh, it's all starting to look quite Welsh, and we're starting to find our way home. I think you'll be as glad of the rest as I will, Tuck.
Making an odd noise every now and then, and I don't like it. I don't know what it is. We're only about 30 miles from home now. Goes. I've no idea what that is. It seems to be a misfire. She doesn't lose power, other than going uphill, obviously. A bit worrying. Pilot under, hope it'll go away. Seriously struggling over this Ella Valley Mountain Road again. We're doing almost 20. I wonder if you can do a hill start here, and I wonder if that resets the gearing back down. No, apparently not. No, she will do the hill start, clearly. Come on, talk. Too many calendars, that's the problem. So if you buy a HubNut calendar, one of the first batch of 100, I can guarantee it was transported by Invercar. Maybe Invercars weren't really made to tackle mountains. Possibility, isn't it? Not sure if the dash cam is covering it, but the sky ahead looks awful. Very moody. But we're going to get a bit wet. Hopefully the calendars won't.
That's either mist or an awful lot of rain. Oh, I'm getting wet already. I suspect it isn't mist. Oh, look, we're just about to clock up 29862, which will mean 260 miles, and indeed. Oh gosh. You know, I might just take a moment to protect the calendars.
Oh bloody hell!
There is water pouring in. It can pour over my suitcase, I don't care. I've got the calendars on the seat with me, but it's now hailing. And, oh gosh, there's water just pouring in. The drain's clearly not doing its thing. Bugger. Oh, and there goes my classic car, buyer. Oh, that's a shame. 7th of November, Tuck's in that. Oh well. Jeepers.
Oh, it's all calming down a bit.
Wind is still exciting. Got calendars kept off the floor by bags variously. I think we'll be alright. My suitcase has had a soaking, but that's okay. No one cares about soggy pants. Well, no, don't go there. That's your brains doing that. Re-engage wiper, engage headlights. I think we're going to carry on, Tuck. Stay there, calendars. Good job there aren't any pedals in an Invacar. I'm now only about 5 miles from home, so thank goodness there isn't too far. I'm filling up with steam. Oh, that's not good. Quick ventilation. And quite a big puddle. When you go for a big puddle in an air-cooled car, the water hits the engine and turns into steam. Oh gosh, I can't see anything. Where's my demisting pad gone in all this? I have no idea. Oh, is that it? Oh, there we go. Ugh. It was all going so well. I was thinking this is going to be a really boring video. Nothing interesting's happening at all. You can always rely on Wales to deliver. It's a very exciting place to live. Oh no! Big water splash. Do we get big steam? Or do we escape? Maybe we're alright that time. Oh, we have made it. 270 miles later, we are back home. Oh, hello Rover, hello Fox. Oh gosh, I hope the calendars are all right. There still needs to be a bit of a post-mortem. Hello Nipper. Oh. Right, I can't actually get in reverse gear at the moment. Oh, hello neighbour's Land Rover Freelander. Oh. And there we go. And right, better get these calendars inside then. It looks like they might just have survived. There you go. That's a very exciting end to the NEC caper in Little Tuck. She made it. She's only slightly soaking wet inside. So yeah, there will be a full report on the show itself coming up, which will feature a great deal of HubNut fans, people who sat in Tuck over the weekend and didn't have to drive it in the horrible rain and the wind and all that. Not bitter. So I shall just say thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe before you go, and I shall see you in a future video. Farewell.